And I think that's kind of interesting, huh, Vlad?
Today we have Robert Kiyosaki, one of the best-selling authors of all time, the author of the Rich Dad, Poor Dad series, which has sold over 40 million copies worldwide and translated into 51 languages. Welcome to Vlad TV.
Well, thank you very much. I'm honored.
Absolutely. I mean, I read the book myself when I was younger, and it definitely had an effect on me in terms of how I looked at money and so forth, throughout my journey.
Well, thank you. Yes.
Okay, well, this is your first time here, so I want to get into your whole story. So you actually grew up in Hawaii.
Correct. I was born in Honolulu, and when I was younger, my father moved to another island. Poor Dad moved to the Big Island. So we went from the big city to a small sugar plantation town called Hilo, Hawaii. And it's the farthest city south in America. So when I say to people I'm from the deep south, I really am from the deep south. It's farther south than Florida.
Okay, well, your father was a professor, but what did your mother do?
My mother was a registered nurse. And great. I was very fortunate to have good, solid parents. And as you know, today, that's one of the things that's lacking in our society, is a lot of times people are raised by single parents or whatever the case may be. And then they go to school, and I don't know what they're teaching them there, but it's not what, I just don't get what they're teaching. I don't know why they're doing it. So anyway, that's my story.
Okay, and your dad was the head of education, the head of the education department of the state of Hawaii.
Correct.
Okay, and he had a PhD. He went to Stanford, Chicago, and I think Northwestern, right?
Well, the absolute truth is my dad never graduated from college.
Oh.
What happened was he was so smart, poor dad, that he got his bachelor's in 2 years. They gave it to him because he was so far ahead of the thing. And then he went, he became a professor at not Arizona State, but University of Hawaii. And so I grew up in kind of the professor type role, and then he went to Stanford, University of Chicago, Northwestern. But even then, he never got a degree, but they gave him an honorary PhD because he was so smart. And meanwhile, he had me as a son, and I was flunking out of school. So, as they say, the cobbler's kids has no shoes.